Hi everyone, and welcome to my Cook with Janie live today. It is amazing how many of us have pets and we care a lot about them. Today I'm making best ever dog treats, and so your little furry friends will have something that is real food and irresistible and delicious. And these are fantastic for training, they're fantastic for recall when you're out for a walk. They're fantastic anytime, my dog thinks. And we actually had, I'll just set them up here with their little bowl of dog treats. And we had, over the course of the years, 9 lovely guide dog puppies that we trained for Guide Dogs for the Blind. And that's a charity here in the UK and all around the world, I think, that trains assistance dogs for guiding blind people. And I know lots of other people who have very special dogs, either as a family pet or a companion or pets as therapy or a canine partner's dog or dogs for disabilities. There's lots of charities out there. And what you can do with this fabulous stuff, it looks like leather here, just dark brown leather. I'm going to tell you what the ingredients are, and I have it covered up because we're outside in the garden today with my guide dog's tea towel. Whoops! And it's blowing in the wind towards you, but you can see guide dogs at the bottom of that. And so I'm just going to tell you how you make it. It's really easy with either your Thermomix or a high-powered blender. Super easy. So buy yourself some organic chicken livers. They cost hardly anything and only a tiny bit more than not organic, but it's so well worth it for our beloved furry pets. And so 400 grams of chicken livers, 80 grams of garlic cloves. That's about a good fat head of garlic cloves. And 40 grams of sunflower seeds, 40 grams of pumpkin seeds, 40 grams of live yogurt, dairy or non-dairy, whatever you happen to have, or live whey from making Greek yogurt, and 1 large egg, free range and organic, if at all possible. Good old Wendy, I'm so glad Carmen's looking forward to these. I'm sure she'll love them. And I know some others who will really love them too. And my own retired guide dog is going to demonstrate them at the end. So when you've got all of that in your Thermomix or your high-powered blender, whiz it all up until it's smooth. In the Thermomix, that's about 1.5 minutes on speed 8. And then you just pour it out on a couple of trays like this. And that's 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters. And right now it just looks like leather. When you first pour it out, it's going to look that bright sort of pinky red color of the chicken livers. And then pop it into either a dehydrator or a low oven at 60 degrees, about 65 degrees on your dehydrator, about 60 degrees on your oven if it has a fan. And then just let it dry and become leathery on the top. And that'll take you about 10 hours to 12 hours in your dehydrator. And you'll see that it starts to, you can see right at the edge here, it starts to pull away from the edge as it dehydrates and it sort of shrinks in a bit. And then what you want to do is, and you'll have to keep a closer eye on it in your oven because ovens vary so much in their temperatures. And when you get it out after that first drying stage and it's looking leathery on top, then what you want to do is just loosen it. I've got a little palette knife here, just a rounded end, and I'm just poking underneath it and sort of sliding it along and just loosening that. And actually I did some of it before I started here, and so you'll be able to see the pink color on the other side where part of it is still pink there. And then you want to dry it for another 1 to 2 hours, and that will end up being quite dry. And you can actually cut it into squares at this point. So I just use my little palette knife and cut along with it. You could wait until it's dry and crisp at the end, but it'll be a lot more breakable. Depends whether you want little chunks or, broken pieces, or whether you want to actually cut them into chunks. And we have a Labrador, so that size is great for me. That's about 1 inch square or 2.5 centimeters. So once you've done that,
Tip up the tray, Jenny, so they can
oh
see.
yeah, I'll tip it up. Here we are. So there you go. You can see at the top there I've got all of the bits that have been cut into squares, and I'll cut the rest of it before I put it back in the dehydrator. But this makes 2 trays worth, and so I have done this second tray already, and here we are here. These, I cut them into strips, and now I'll just break them into pieces. When they're crisp like that, then you know that they're ready. Nice and easy, very, very smelly. Of course, you're going to have that lovely liver and garlic fragrance in your house, perhaps overnight like we did last night, but our dog didn't seem to mind at all, and neither did we. So there we are now. You've got a gluten-free, grain-free, probiotic, real food dog treat with real healthy ingredients that are good for your dog. And I think cats would probably like this too. And so get busy blending and drying and making these beautiful best ever dog treats. And thanks very much, Marta, for actually requesting this recipe. And yoo-hoo! Treats! Treats! He's being led over by a lovely treat already. Sarah, look, look. Oh, look. Oh, look. Come on then. Come on then. Here he is. Oh, he says yes, yum. And a bit dropped off when he touched it with his nose, so he's straight back down. Look. Oh, yum. Oh, great. Oh, and there's a very waggy tail at the other end of him. And I hope you have lots of waggy tails with your dogs. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming on, and enjoy making best ever dog treats. Bye.